Welcome to our Make Ahead Thanksgiving series for 2017. This is all because of you and your suggestions. When I asked on social media the things you wanted to see the most for this holiday season, the response to Make Ahead dishes was so overwhelming that I knew I had to do it. Not only am I bringing you videos, but I have created a recipe cookbooklet that will be available on my website. These recipes will be able to be made in advance anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 days. So, on to today's recipe. Today, we're going to show you how to make these delicious twice-baked sweet potatoes that have a brown sugar, chipotle, and pecan streusel on them. These are amazing, they smell incredible, and they go together super fast. You can freeze these ahead and have them ready for your meal, or you can bake them off immediately. Let's go see how these all come together. You're going to want to bake off your sweet potatoes, cool them. What you're going to want to do to make your sweet potato boats is you're going to take a tablespoon and just scoop it out. I'm going to stick this in a bowl over here, like that. You don't want to take out all of your filling or all of your potato meat, so to speak, because you want there to be a bit of a wall so that it has some structure. Just like we did when we did the zucchini boats, this is a similar procedure, like same technique. And don't worry, these are going to look pretty in the end anyway, so if they look a little bit yucky right now, don't even worry about it. Getting this kind of thing done ahead of time can really take a lot of stress off of your Thanksgiving day, especially if maybe this is your first year hosting and you have been tasked with that job. That can be daunting and it can be really, really frightening if you've never, cooked Thanksgiving before, but maybe you have contributed, like brought a couple of dishes to the meal that your mom hosted. I understand. I have never cooked Thanksgiving for a large number of people, but I'm pretty confident that I could do it. Is all of our sweet potato insides. And we're just gonna, honestly, this is super simple. I'm not gonna make this complicated because we're gonna put a lot of the flavor in the top. I'm gonna add this little bit of heavy cream in here, and I'm just gonna beat this together. Now you've got a nice mixture that we're going to spoon back inside of our sweet potatoes. So we need to divide this up 4 ways. Our sweet potato part is done. Now we're gonna make our streusel. So I'm just gonna set this back over here and I'm gonna grab another bowl and I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna make our streusel and we're just gonna put all of these things in this big jug. I love, what we call chop and drop kind of things. My butter's been out a little while, so it might be a little on the soft side. When you do yours, please use cold butter. You gotta get your hands in here now, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna create this crumbly, delicious streusel. And I can smell that chipotle powder. And it might sound like a little bit of an odd take, but it's gonna add that little bit of heat and it's really gonna add some smokiness and it's gonna be great. So just keep working this with your hands until you get what resembles a beautiful streusel with different sizes of crumbs. And sometimes you can get both of your hands in there. You don't want there to be any dry portions of flour left behind. You want that all to be incorporated into the mixture. And that's how you want it, right there. You want it to be crumbly and beautiful because as this bakes, the butter is going to mix with the flour and it's going to create these beautiful crumbs, and that's how you make it. Like when you make a crumb cake, you can put as much or as little streusel on top as you like. What we're going to do is bake these off for you today. These are only going to take about 30 minutes in the oven from this stage. But the beauty part is you can make these ahead and freeze them. And what you would do is at this point, now that you've got your streusel and everything, I do recommend doing it on the pan you're gonna freeze them on. Just give them a little bit of a pat down like that, because you want everything to hold together when you have to transfer them to your freezing tray. I have a little streusel left over, and that's because I made the recipe for the streusel, but I didn't make all of the sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna pop this in the freezer and I'll use it another time for more sweet potatoes without a problem. This is gonna freeze beautifully. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll come back and I'll show you how to freeze them. All right, I have prepared these to go into the freezer, and the beauty part is when you use these foil pans, you can also just take them directly from the freezer and pop them into the oven. Easy peasy stuff. Now, today I'm gonna be baking these off right away. I'm gonna put these in a 400-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes until everything is bubbly and the streusel has set and become crunchy. If you wanna make these ahead, you stop at this point. And then what you're gonna do, obviously I think you would put more than 4 in here. You can easily, I think, probably fit 6 if you moved everything over and then stacked a couple over here. I have these fantastic lids that fit on these pans, and if you're interested, I will leave links below where you can get these pans and these lids. I always have these in my house and they are a godsend, I'm telling you. They're great for leftovers or for when you have to take something to a church member for a meal. And we'll go twice baked. Chipotle, streusel, sweet potatoes. Bake from frozen. Uncovered. 400 degrees, 1 hour. There you go. That's all you would do. Then you would pop these in the freezer, let them freeze. You know, you don't have to worry about them after you put them in here with the lid on it. You can just organize this and these are ready to go for your Thanksgiving or your celebration day. No problem. But for right now, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna bake these off, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what they look like when they're ready to serve. There you have it. These 4 baked for about 25 minutes and they're perfect. They smell incredible and I can't wait to taste them. Are you ready?
I have to.
You gotta taste. You know that. You know it's a rule. Okay, so let's see. We'll take this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can hear that crunchy streusel topping. Look at that. So good.
Hot.
And it's hot. But look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. This streusel's hot. The potato?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But good.
But good. Hot but good.
That's worth losing your skin for.
You're always saying you'll risk it, so you're just, you know. Oh my.
It's so delicious.
Oh, that's good.
These are going to be a big hit.
And you saw how easy these were to put together. You can make several of these in advance and just pop them in the freezer. And on the day that you're ready to cook them, lay them out in a sheet pan or in the pan that you froze them in and just bake them off. They're going to take at least an hour once if they're frozen, and if you're cooking them from frozen. Or you can thaw them out on the counter for a couple of hours. And then you can just pop them in your oven for a half an hour and you're good to go. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. And I want to let you know the Chipotle flavor is so mild. You just get a little bit of heat and you get a little bit of smokiness from it, but it really does add something. But like I said, if you're not into that, leave it out. These are going to be delicious with or without it. And if you want more Chipotle flavor, you can feel free to sprinkle some more Chipotle powder right over the top. But this gives it a nice mild heat in the back of your mouth and it's going to be great.
Very subtle.
Oh, it's good. I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank you for joining me today. And If you liked it, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new here and this is your first visit to my kitchen, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, if you are a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, please remember to hit that bell notification button because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give these twice-baked sweet potatoes with the Chipotle brown sugar pecan streusel a try, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya.